day, people of God. My devotion is taken from Matthew 14, verse 27. But Jesus immediately said to them, "Take courage. It is I. Don't be afraid." Topic: the key to dealing with fear. Courage comes out of fear. A person cannot know true bravery until knowing fear. There are healthy fears that keep us safe, but many fears actually hold us back and steal our joy. Some fears may even slow our progress in pursuing God's will for our lives. So, what can we do? We can't eliminate all of life's uncertainties, but we can change our response. We can move from living in fear to stepping out in courage and faith. What's the key? A personal relationship with Jesus Christ. In Matthew, we read the famous story of Jesus walking on water in the midst of a huge storm, showing up a few meters from the boat in the middle of the night. Jesus terrified the disciples, but at the sound of his voice they were comforted. His voice overcame their fears. It's often the same with us. When God shows up in the midst of our struggle, when we first encounter the supernatural power of God, our first response is often fear. It's the unexplainable crashing into our limited human perspective that causes us to be afraid. But just like the disciples, as soon as we sense God's presence and love, His comforting spirit reassures us. Slowly, the fear fades and is replaced with a sense of peace and courage. Are you going through a storm in life? Are you afraid of what's next and unsure if you are going to make it? Maybe you are letting fear keep you from taking that step of faith God is asking you to make. Maybe that step involves a career change or repairing a broken relationship. Until we overcome negative fears, we won't live the victorious lives God has for us. Have a blessed day. Die, woman of grace. Love you all.